Lesbos, where the migrant crisis is stretching Greece's resources. There are 30,000 refugees spread across the Greek islands, according to the UNHCR. And one man who knows more than most how big the challenges are is George Hatzimarkos. He's the governor of Greece's South Aegean region, and he's live this hour on the Greek island of Rhodes. What's the problem here in Lesbos? Is it not enough processing facilities, not enough centers to welcome the refugees and register them? What's the problem that leads to chaotic scenes like the ones we saw in Lesbos?
Not enough resources from a poor country. Good evening from Rhodes, Ms. Gorani. We have good news also. It's not only the bad news, the images you saw from Lesbos, but from last Friday, I can tell you that we can look at this issue in a very much more optimistic position.
Okay, and why are you more optimistic now? What has changed?
We had, as we spoke on last Thursday, we had the visit of the Vice President, the first Vice President of the European Commission, Mr. Frans Timmermans, and the Migration and Home Affairs Commissioner, Mr. Dimitris Avramopoulos, along with the head officers of all the major European institutions such as Frontex, EASO, Europol, and Eurojust. It was a big meeting in Kos, and for the first time in the last years, we really felt that Europe is there, Europe is with us, Europe is close to us.
Okay.
And for the first time, I think that in this high level, Europe visited their borders, right?
Yeah.
Because it's our borders, it's European borders, right?
But
so
I get that, but let me ask you, what happens to these refugees now? Because they're being taken to Athens. Do they apply for asylum in Greece? Does Greece allow them to go on, on with their journey and apply for asylum elsewhere? I know many of them want to go to Germany. What happens now?
The numbers are so big that Greece cannot control them easily. So there is a very small percentage that requires asylum in Greece. The majority wants to travel in the Central and Northern Europe. And this is an issue that will be the case on Monday's European Summit, which is called by Jean-Claude Juncker. So I was telling you that what's new for the last at least a year or 2 years now. We have a budget, we're not alone, and we need a plan. We need a plan that's going to be European, and we need help to implement it. And if you ask my opinion, I will tell you that Europe, right after the decision of the plan, will need to cooperate with Turkey also. Because I can't see why we should or we can reach a plan as European Union, leaving Turkey, sending all these people here. So Greece is trying to handle this issue with all the resources that are available in Greece now, which are not big, which are not enough.
Yeah. Well, the influx is huge. George Hatzimarkos, we have to leave it there for this evening. We really appreciate you joining us from the island of Rhodes. George Hatzimarkos is the governor of the South Aegean Islands. We appreciate your time on this important topic. And while we've seen some European countries